Welcome to this week's Product Spotlight, where we highlight a different technology company each week. This video is produced by TechnologyAdvice, where we educate, advise, and connect buyers and sellers of business technology. In this week's Spotlight, we have Tim Zonka, the Senior Director of Product Marketing at Puppet. I asked Tim to describe Puppet in one sentence. This is what he had to say.
Software powers everything around us, and in this world, companies need to behave like great software companies. Puppet helps them do that. We give people a platform for delivering and operating constantly modern software, do it in a standard way, do it simply, scalably, and securely.
I followed up with a question about what differentiates Puppet from similar products.
What makes Puppet unique is we give you a common language for managing anything in your data center. And so unlike other solutions that help you automate a portion of your stack, we help you automate across everything. So we don't care if it's physical, if it's virtual, if it's in the cloud. We also don't care if it's running on mainframe all the way up through containers. With Puppet, you get a standard and common way of managing all of that.
Next, I asked Tim to talk about the ideal customers for Puppet.
So our target customers are enterprises that want to deliver better software faster. And at this point, it spans industries. So we have customers across verticals, and I think it's because at this point, the problems that IT is facing are similar, regardless if you're in financial services or retail. One of the things we do particularly well, though, within that demographic of enterprises is help teams that are managing and want to automate their delivery and operation of distributed applications and the global infrastructure that's required to run them, do so in a simple and scalable way.
I followed with a question about pricing. This is how he broke it down for us.
Puppet Enterprise is priced based on node, and it's a subscription fee, so pricing starts at about $120 a node. We don't care if you're managing endpoints in the cloud, in your private data center. You just kind of pay that one fee across any of the volume of nodes that you want to manage with Puppet Enterprise.
I asked him what a limitation of Puppet was, and this is what he told us.
I think the focus that we have at this point is really geared toward teams that are managing infrastructure at scale and around the globe. So we're not really well suited for an individual or a small team that's managing just a small set of infrastructure. So if you only have 10 machines that you're managing, or frankly even 20, and that's it, we're not a good fit. Where we really are strong is when you are managing infrastructure at scale. That's where you're going to see the most benefits, and we're really designed around those teams that are providing and then operating, regardless if they're applications, the infrastructure that runs them, any mix of these things, and they're doing so where they have multiple teams scaling around the world in order to deliver these services in production in the enterprise.
Finally, I asked him to talk about the best practices for implementing Puppet.
The most effective way to implement Puppet comes when you add two different approaches together. One is a lot of organizations we work with, they have a high-performing team where they have people responsible for the infrastructure up through the application releases. They're kind of the most advanced down the DevOps or Agile-like practices. So one best practice is having them implement Puppet in a way that allows them to automate the way they provide and then manage applications and the infrastructure that supports it. In conjunction with that, we also recommend a horizontal approach where this is for the entire enterprise, where some of the teams may be just getting started with automation. And so we think pick one sort of thing to automate. It might be something straightforward but has big implications, something like NTP, where you can start to automate the way that you manage NTP across your entire set of environments. And so when you do these two things in conjunction, it allows, one, the high-performing team to really get some benefits from automation, and then two, as the rest of the organization starts to become familiar with it, there's an example within the company of that high-performing team that you can point at saying, well, now that you get the benefits broadly because you've been doing it with one or two different resources, here's how to start to do it in a more advanced way, and they have some group internally that they can point at.
If you would like to find out more about Puppet or other IT software, check out our website, technologyadvice.com, where we can help you find the best technology for your business.